to everyone. It is Fibroid Awareness Month. Okay, in case you guys don't know, ladies, in case you guys don't know, it is Fibroids Awareness Month. So this should be the month where you are dedicated to shrinking and ridding your body of fibroids, okay? So if you're on my email list, so we've talked about this. So hope you guys are taking this all in. Okay, again, it's Fibroid Awareness Month, in case you guys don't know. Okay, so welcome. Waiting on more people to come on in. I'm live on YouTube as well as on TikTok, okay? And this is gonna be a really great topic we're gonna talk about today. And it's gonna provide clarity for you guys, okay? Because a lot of women think that these natural remedies are enough to get rid of fibroids, and they're not seeing any success, right? And we're gonna talk about why. Okay? This is really important because so many women, if you guys can see the messages and the emails that I get and how many women are telling me they've tried, they've tried acupuncture, they've tried herbs, they've tried DIM, they tried this, they tried that, all of these natural castor oil from this to that, and still have the fibroids and still have the symptoms. Oh my goodness. Like I get so many messages like this, and there's a disconnect from women that thinking that these natural remedies are great, don't get me wrong, but they're not enough to get rid of fibroids, okay? Them on their own are not enough to get rid of fibroids, okay? So we're gonna talk about it. Be sure to, as you're coming in, let me know where you guys are watching from. Like the video, let's get more women in here because again, this is an issue that, I mean, at this point, millions and millions of women are suffering from, and a lot of women are being awakened and knowing that the medical way, the surgical way is not it, right? Because maybe they've gotten fibroids again after having surgery or UFE procedures. You guys know that's what happens when you guys have these procedures, right? You just get the fibroids right back. So a lot of women are becoming awakened, and then they're going down the natural remedy line. What flag is that? Let me know. I would love to learn more about different countries, and I know women from out of the country watch me, and I love that. Okay, let me know what country that you're from. Watching from Mississippi. Welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Welcome. Okay, let me know. South Africa. Okay, wow. Welcome. All the way from South Africa. I love that. We always have women outside of the country, outside of the US watching, because again, ladies, this is a global issue. Fibroids is a global issue. So we're gonna talk about it today. Why natural remedies do not work for fibroids. And let me know in the chat if you're dealing with fibroids. Put a 1 in the chat if you're watching from YouTube, okay? If you're watching the replay, put a 1 if you're dealing with fibroids. Man, because I know I'm talking to the right. I'm talking to the right. I guess the algorithm could push it, algorithm pushes out sometimes to random women. So I want to know that I'm dealing with the right audience. Who is dealing with fibroids? Let me know. This is a safe space, okay? Is anybody, everybody, nobody, nobody? And you guys don't know, I'm also streaming live from YouTube as well. That's where you can watch my replays on YouTube. And we're actually now monetized on YouTube, and we have membership. So be sure to also click the link in my bio to subscribe to my YouTube channel. So if natural remedies were enough to get rid of fibroids, your fibroids will not still be here, okay? It says some comments were filtered. Taps of what? TikTok can be weird sometimes. Not me personally. I've had a grandmother and 2 aunts on my maternal side. Oh, wow. Okay. Thank you for letting me know. Isuya. Hopefully I'm saying your name right. Hi, Nashima. Good evening. I was saying earlier, put a 1 in the chat if you're dealing with fibroids. Also, if you're in YouTube, you're dealing with fibroids, put a 1, okay, in the chat. All right. So if natural remedies were enough to get rid of fibroids, your fibroids would have been gone. Let me know if you've tried natural remedies to get rid of fibroids, whether it's, herbs, whether it's supplements, whether it's acupuncture. Let me know in the chat. Have you tried natural remedies to get rid of fibroids? I would love to know. Natural remedies is not enough. And I'm going to tell you why. Because a lot of times we've been conditioned to think that we could just do one thing and we can improve our health. We've been conditioned to think that way. I'm giving you guys an example, right? We have a sickness or a cold. We take medication. The cold's gone. We're used to that. We're used to being able to take medicine and everything. But here's the thing, and a lot of you guys are starting to figure this out. When you're taking medicine, when you're doing one thing to get rid of a sickness or a cold or a condition, what's going on is that you're not getting to the root cause of the problem. right? You're not addressing the root cause. The same thing with fibroids. So when you have fibroids, right, and you just take a natural herb, you're not getting to the root of why your body developed that fibroid. I want you guys to hear me. You're not getting to the root cause of the issue. We're gonna talk about why. So when you're doing the castor oil thing, when you're taking, DIM, and you have fibroids, you're not getting to the root of what caused the fibroids to develop. Fibroids is a full body issue. Okay, I need you guys to understand that. When you have fibroids, you're also dealing with hormonal imbalance. You're also dealing with an overloaded liver. Your elimination organs are overloaded, right? You're also dealing with, kidneys that are not filtering correctly, back to the lymphatic system, and back to the digestive system, right? You're also dealing with mineral deficiencies. So it's a lot going on when we're dealing with fibroids. Fibroids cannot develop in a healthy body. They can't. So when we have fibroids, we're dealing with a lot of systemic imbalances in the body. And the reason why that's serious is because fibroids is a precursor to many different health issues. And at its worst, and we talked about this in the Nanda Lewis live, when I talked about Nanda Lewis, at its worst, it can be breast cancer, it can be uterine cancer. I'm not saying you're gonna get that if you have fibroids, but at its worst, if you don't address your fibroids, these are things that can occur. Wow, that's a lot. Yeah. So a lot of women just look at fibroids as a surface level issue. They don't look at it in its totality, right? Because again, you're not hearing this from your doctors. As somebody, and for those that are new, my name is Sasha. I'm a holistic womb specialist. I've been helping women get rid of fibroids for years. Okay. At this point, hundreds, from my courses, programs, from working with me personally to workshops, right? Masterclasses. Our testimonials are long. Okay, let me make that very clear. And I've also personally dealt with fibroids in my own life. So I know what I'm talking about, okay? I know I've worked with all types of women from all over the world, from Canada to UK, from Australia to New Zealand, from Kenya, in the Caribbean. I've worked with women literally from all over the world, okay? So I know what I'm talking about. And a lot of you guys, again, when you've tried so many things to get rid of fibroids, it can feel exhausting and it can feel hopeless. And you can feel as though there's nothing you can do to get rid of fibroids, or natural remedies don't work on you. I've heard that so many times. And what I say to that is because you never got to the root cause of the issue. You speak Spanish. I don't speak Spanish. I'm so sorry. I want to learn Spanish. I don't speak it though. It's important. It's important that you get to the root cause of what's caused the fibroid. Thank you for the likes. Let's get to 1,000 likes. Thank you, Wendy, for the likes. You guys like the video. If you're watching from YouTube, click the thumbs up button, okay? It's important because we want to push this out to the algorithm so more women can watch this live. You're not getting this information from your doctor. You're not getting this information from, Google, from YouTube, anywhere on YouTube, okay? Or TikTok. People are not saying this. They're just telling you, hey, take this supplement and fibroids will dissolve. That's not how it works, and that's not true. And if that was true, you wouldn't be here, okay? You wouldn't be here still dealing with the fibroids. And I want to commend women for wanting, for seeking out natural. Let me say this. I want to commend women who are seeking out alternative ways to get rid of fibroids, who are seeking out natural ways to get rid of fibroids, because we know that in our society, that's frowned upon, unfortunately. And you have doctors literally pushing down surgery down your throat. So for women that are willing to go against the grain, to know that, listen, if I have surgery and the fibroids come back, why am I having the surgery? If I have UFE and the fibroids come back, why am I having a UFE procedure? I told you guys last time about how a woman went from 6 fibroids to 16 fibroids after she had a UFE, okay? Uterine fibroid embolization. My belly looks 7 to 8 months pregnant and very difficult for me. I'm so sorry. Yeah, fibroids can do that. Because unfortunately, as they grow, it causes this enlarged uterus, and they push out the uterus, and they could cause that hard belly and you to look pregnant. So that's very common with fibroids, especially as they grow and multiply. That's why it's so important for you to get to the root cause of the problems and get rid of your fibroids as soon as possible. So because the symptoms only get worse as time goes on, right? The symptoms only get, so we're gonna talk about that liaison. Hold on one second. So it's not just about effort. Because a lot of you guys have been saying, we've been doing all of this to get rid of fibroids. We've been doing all this to get rid of fibroids. I tried this, I tried that, I tried this, I tried that. I tried this, I tried that. But you've never gotten to the root cause of the issue, right? So it's not just about you trying a whole bunch of different things to see what works. It's about you actually having a strategy, having a framework that gets to the root of the issue, that dissolves the fibroid, that creates the environment in your body where fibroids cannot thrive. Okay? Just got to the, I hope I missed it. We don't do treatments here, we do healing. We do permanent healing. Okay? We don't do treatments. That's for doctors. And treatments don't, again, address the root cause. We get to the root cause of the issue, Stephanie. But happy that you're here. Okay? Be sure, you guys, to also subscribe to the YouTube channel. The link is in my bio. So it's important that you understand. So you're missing huge parts of how to heal the body. When you just do these natural remedies, you're missing huge parts of how to heal the body, okay? So you gotta target the root causes. When you have fibroids, like I said, the hormones are out of balance. That's a root cause. For those that ask me the root cause, that's the root cause. That's one of the root causes. Your hormones are responding to the environment in your body. Your hormones are all out of balance. So you have to repair that endocrine system when you're dealing with fibroids. You gotta, that endocrine system is shot, okay? I had a myomectomy in 2015. I think they're back. Yeah, they all, unfortunately, they come back. When you don't get to the root cause of the problem, unfortunately, they come back. But guess what? And that happened to me too. But guess what? I was able to get rid of them and haven't had them come back in 12 years. Thank God. Beautiful periods, hormones imbalance. That's what, that is possible for all of you, right? Because a lot of us times when we've had a myomectomy, it can feel, and you have, your fibroid has come back, you feel hopeless. Or a UFE procedure and your fibroids, your fibroids come back, you feel hopeless. Do not feel hopeless. You have control over your reproductive health, contrary to popular belief. Okay, I had hold on, let me go up to the, they definitely treat, not heal. Yeah, doctors treat, they don't heal. We're all about healing here. We're all about transformative healing here, okay? And I was saying this in a video, I can literally message my clients from 2-3 years ago, and they're still they're still fibroid free. They're still feeling amazing. They're still, just getting better and better, right? They're still living their best lives, because guess what? When you heal your body, it has lifetime value. As long as you're continuously maintaining that, it has lifetime value, right? That's why it's so important for you to do the work. Does hypothyroidism make it harder to get rid of fibroids? So that's a great question. When you have and I had a client that was dealing with thyroid issues, but they got significantly better. When you have fibroids, fibroids and hypothyroidism have the same root causes, estrogen dominance. They have the same root causes. So when you guys have issues with fibroids, right? This is why I was saying you can easily get other health issues when you have fibroids. They're just precursors to more serious health issues. So you've been, depending on which one you had first, you've been estrogen dominant for a long time. It doesn't make it harder. You can heal both at the same time, right? You can heal. It doesn't make it more challenging, but it does make it more of a serious situation, right? Because again, the thyroid is so important. It holds all of your hormones. So that is, like I said, if you're dealing with thyroid issues, that affects you on so many different levels. Same thing with fibroids, right? So again, it's important. So we have to repair the endocrine system. You taking an herb is not repairing your whole endocrine system. It's not balancing your hormones. You doing, you had hypothyroidism first. Okay, yeah. So estrogen dominance. When you have one estrogen dominant condition, you can easily get another one. And if you go back to my Nanda Lewis live, it's on YouTube. It's a live stream on YouTube that I did. I was saying that how it's so important. Sasha, you're so genuine and knowledgeable. Thank you so much. So yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. It's important that when you have estrogen dominance, you reverse it. And it can be reversed, but it's an entire lifestyle change. It's not, you're not finding it in an herb, you're not finding it in one supplement. You have to do the work, okay? God bless you. Thank you for helping us to heal. You're welcome. You're so welcome. I've been doing this for years. I've been helping, women that work with me, women that take my workshop, even just watch my lives, right? Have had success. So there was a woman that took one of my workshops not too long ago, one of my courses, and she took also a workshop, a 5-day live course that I had, literally got rid of, 13 fibroids in 6 months. 13 fibroids in 6 months. So we have so many testimonials, so many. And if you even just, like I said, if you follow me on any other, even on here, we've posted so many. If you follow me on YouTube, if you follow me on Facebook, TikTok, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, you'll see we have so many testimonials, right? Women that are doing the work that gotten the results. Things, I need to stop eating meat. Yeah, you do, okay? Your body can't handle that when you have fibroids. Okay, so another thing too, nervous system regulation. Because we don't, this is a lot of people don't talk about this. No herb can help you with your nervous system. And when you have fibroids, your body's in a state of stress, your body's inflamed, right? Our body's in a sympathetic fight or flight state. We want to get it out of that state. That's not, your body can't heal in that state, right? Your body cannot heal in that state. Your hormones cannot heal in that state. So nervous system regulation is very important. And when you guys are doing these natural remedies, you're missing that part. Another thing is emotional womb healing as well. This one is a huge one because every condition has a spiritual root cause, include an emotional root cause, including fibroids. So if we have fibroids, guess what? There's a lot of emotional trauma, a lot of things that we're keeping in the womb space. In case you guys don't know, the uterus is very sacred, right? It's your feminine center, right? It's also an energetic organ. It's not just a physical organ. So you're keeping a lot of trauma that you've dealt with. It could be childhood trauma. It could be heartbreaks. It could be anger. It could be grief. It could be loss. You're keeping a lot of that in the womb. Unmet needs, blocked creativity, not being able to manifest the life that you want. That is, like I said, these tumors are more than just physical tumors. They're also very energetic as well. So there's a lot of stagnation going on in the body, right? So there's a disconnect from your femininity. There's a disconnect from your womanhood. There's a disconnect, right, from your body, right? Because a woman that's in her feminine, she's at one with her body, right? But when you have fibroids and everything is like you're bleeding, your body's almost not your own. They're being taken over by fibroids, right? So we've turned away from our feminine energy when we have fibroids. I mean, we have to, like I said, in femininity, so self-love, balance. And when you have fibroids, you're out of balance. Your hormones are out of balance. Your hormones are out of balance, right? So there's a disconnect with who you really are, right? When you're dealing with fibroids. What are your thoughts on ashwagandha? My thoughts are stop looking for herbs and get to the root cause of the problem. This is what this whole love is about, okay? I didn't get the fibroid until I was put on birth control. Boom, birth control will do it. It's literally knocking your body out of balance, suppressing your own natural hormones, overloading your body with toxins, with synthetic hormones. Anything that infuses your body with synthetic hormones, please let it go. If you're on birth control, let it go today. Stop it today. That stuff is toxic. Birth control kills, honestly. I'm gonna just put it like that. It kills, really, it does. Slowly, for some women, a little faster, right? You know how many women have gotten blood clots due to, let me not even go there because they will shut down this live. Y'all gotta get off that birth control, okay? Stop anything that's fake hormones, that's not the natural hormones in your body, don't take it. Heal your natural organs and glands so it can produce the right amount of each hormone. That's what we do. You have that. You don't need fake hormones. You don't need fake hormones, okay? You don't need fake hormones. So it's important for you to understand that. For you to also, we have to abuse somebody because they're trying to sell stuff on my live, craziness. But anyway, it's important that you understand. So we got to do emotional womb healing. We got to start releasing these emotional blocks in the womb. We have to start with, because your womb is your creative center, right? You got to start releasing this stuff. Yes, we've all been through stuff. We've all been through trauma, heartbreak, all of that stuff, right? It's not about what you go through. It's about you keeping it in the body. It cannot stay here. It will make you sick. It will continuously make you sick, okay? Also, too, you have to restructure your lifestyle. You got, it's fibroids, when you trying to get rid of fibroids, it's not just taking, I keep saying this, that's not just you doing acupuncture, taking an herb. You got to shift your entire lifestyle. You have to even work on the negative things that you tell yourself, the negative self-talk. You have to even work on that. Healing your womb is like a self-love journey. So it's important. A lot of women want to, like I said, they want to skip that and just get fast results. That's why you guys still have the fibroids. That's why you still have the fibroids. Okay? So it's like a self-love. Womb healing is like a self-love journey. Return back to self. But under all the masks that you put on for society, under all the BS, the societal programming, to the real you. Because how can you be in your creativity? How can you be in your essence if you're not the real you? You can't be your real self. Okay, after my daughter, the doctors pushed birth control. Yeah, they'll push that. When I raise my concerns, they dismiss me. A lot of doctors dismiss women, unfortunately. They do. Doctors have dropped the ball when it comes to women's health. That's why so many women are dealing with fibroids, endometriosis, adenomyosis, ovarian cysts, having fertility issues. Doctors have dropped the ball when it comes to women's health, reproductive health. Okay, unfortunately. So keep that in mind when you guys when y'all are going for your reproductive health. And when I say that, I say, I always tell everybody, going to doctors for reproductive health is pointless, because they're just gonna push medication, birth control, surgeries on you. Unfortunately, that's what they do. Right? That's what they do. None of that stuff is getting to the root cause of the problem. You seek out root causes. So if we have fibroids, we're living a life that's not conducive to healing. We're living a life that is out of alignment when we're having fibroids. So how are you living your life from the time you wake up to the time you go to bed, to who you're around, even to even your job, right? Are you in alignment? Are you in your purpose? Right? So it's all about how you are living your life. So there has to be, I have a client right now that she literally just graduated. She was working with me for 3 months in my Detoxify Your Womb program. Listen, when I tell you that girl changed her life, she was a nurse for many years in the UK, for many years, hated it because her soul was calling, her body was literally like bleeding nonstop every single day. And we found out the root cause of that, right? The real root cause, yes, it was, of course, the hormonal imbalances and the gut health and all that stuff, but also, too, emotional. We found out exactly what it was. It was the fact that she was holding on to a job position that she hated, because she really wanted to be like a energy healer. She was doing that a little bit on the side. That's where her soul was. That's what she was fearful. So we had to help her get out of that fear, to really embrace who she fully was. Almost as soon as she did that, the bleeding stopped. After 6 months of bleeding, nonstop, being miserable, I'm talking about having to be rushed to the hospital due to low iron. After that, the bleeding, and she was like, if you see her now, she's thriving. Like before her, she hasn't even released her services yet. She's already getting lots of, because people, word of mouth clients, people are running to work with her. She's in her essence. You should see her. Like, she feels so much better. She told me her last period was 3 days. Literally 3 days. Imagine going from nonstop bleeding. We help her reset her cycle. We also help her with emotional womb healing. To also, getting in touch with her creativity, right? To now she's almost about to launch her business, and she already has clients before she even launched. Like, just soaring now. It's like a different woman. A different woman. So that's what, when women work with me, they're not just getting rid of fibroids, they're also transforming their lives. That's what we do in our Detoxify Your Womb program, in case you guys don't know, right? So none of this you can find on Google. This information, you can't find it on your doctor. You cannot find it in your doctor's office. And you guys know that. You guys know that doctors are not going to tell you to, emotional womb healing. They're not going to talk about, nervous system regulation. And they're not going to talk about targeting the root causes. They're going to tell you, listen, just get surgery. And you guys have seen you grow the fibroids right back. Some of you guys, even in this chat, I'm sure, your fibroids came back. So you have to ask yourself, and I tell women, ask yourself how much fibroids is costing you and taking from your life, right? I just did a video that I recorded, I haven't posted it yet, about how much having fibroids really costs. Because a lot of us are playing around, going from natural remedy to natural remedy. You know that does not touch the root cause. And if you don't know, I'm here to tell you, it's not, these natural remedies are not getting to the root cause of your issue. You have to go deep. Fibroids is not a surface level issue. You got to go deeper. You have to target why your body developed the fibroids. And you have to understand how the body works, to understand how your hormones work. That's important. Understand yourself as a woman. Some of you guys don't even know the 4 phases of your menstrual cycle, right? And in those 4 phases, how your hormones are fluctuating, like the habits that you're supposed to, like I said, adopt. Most women don't know that. Most women do not understand and know their bodies. Okay, that's where I come in as a holistic womb specialist. Okay, hey Monique, how are you? Welcome. So it's important that you get to the root cause of the issue. It's important that you get to the root. The cost of feminine hygiene products along with fibroids is crazy when you bleed so heavily. Absolutely. As a matter of fact, As a matter of fact, when it comes to these feminine hygiene products, and not just that, how much it costs to have fibroids a year. And I'm gonna, I did a video on this that I'm gonna post later today. It costs $25,000 a year to have fibroids. $25,000 a year to have fibroids. $25,000 a year. That includes the feminine products. That includes the hospital visits. A lot of women don't know that they are literally, right, paying for this every single month on their insurance. They think these surgeries and things like that are free. Okay, I could definitely can learn so much more about my cycle and how to move through the phases. Yes, so I used to do master classes on that. I did so many free master classes. I've stopped that because I've noticed that people don't like free. Because I would have like 500-600 people sign up and only a few show up because when it's free. That's what happens when things are free, unfortunately. And it would be the same few continuously showing up. And I was like, wait, what's going on here? Right? When people don't know and need this information, they would not show up. So, and they would not watch the replay either. So I stopped doing the free master classes. Those probably never gonna come back. Well, we'll see. So here's the thing too. So for women that are watching this that are dealing with fibroids, okay, and for women that are desire to work to really get rid of their fibroids, I have a special opportunity. Okay, people don't take it seriously when it's free. They value what they reach for. Exactly, people value that. Yeah, they don't take things seriously that are free. That's one thing I've learned, and I think that's pretty sad, especially when it's from somebody that has helped so many women become fibroid free, right? So. Yeah, unfortunately. Now, for women that have fibroids, that are suffering with the fibroids, that have the fibroid belly, that are bleeding profusely, that have multiple fibroids, and you are dedicated, you are like, listen, 2025 is my year to become fibroid free. Listen, right now is Fibroid Awareness Month. In case you guys don't know, it's Fibroid Awareness Month. This month is Fibroid Awareness Month, okay? And also too, not just that, we have 6 more. This is the last half of the year. We have 6 more months till 2026. I want to help so many women become fibroid free before we even touch 2026. Before 2026. Because a lot of you guys, if you really worked now and actually got to the root cause of the problem, you could be fibroid free by 2026 if you did the work now. Okay, so I have an amazing opportunity. I have thank you so much for the hearts, thank you. And the opportunity cost of heavy periods and fibroids. Yes, miss, we're gonna talk about that, Renee, because it's a fact. I'm gonna list you guys how much keeping fibroids costs. Thank you so much for the hearts. So it's important. It's so important. So I have an amazing opportunity for women that are serious about becoming fibroid free. I have a 5-day live course coming up on the 15th through the 18th. The 14th, July 14th through the 18th, Monday through Friday. July 14th, 2025 through the 18th, Monday through Friday. Okay, not this week coming up, next week, the week after that. Okay, it is called Eliminate Fibroids Before 2026. So I will be teaching you every day how to get rid of fibroids for 5 days. The framework of how to get rid of how to become fibroid free. The first day we're talking about healing your hormones, because you cannot become fibroid free unless you heal your hormones. I'm gonna be teaching, and you will get the replay, so you don't have to take notes. It's gonna be on Zoom. If you're anywhere in the world, you can join in as long as you have Wi-Fi, right? And it's gonna be at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. However, if you're from a different time zone, or if you're not available that time, if you register, everybody that registers gets the replays. So regardless, you'll get the replays. So you don't have to be on there trying to take notes, right? You can just listen and be there, right? For the ones that can be there. So we're gonna talk about how to heal your hormones on the first day. The second day, we're gonna talk about womb healing diet, because it's more than just getting rid of meat. Somebody said getting rid of meat earlier. It's much more than that, okay? How to eat a womb healing diet, what your diet should look like that aids you in getting rid of fibroids, and what you need to take out. Also gonna talk about, the third day, we'll talk about, transforming your lifestyle into a fibroid-free lifestyle. Because it's not just about what you eat. It's much more than that. It's your entire lifestyle. So we're going to be talking about that on day 3. On day 4 is going to be the emotional womb healing, how to release these things, these emotional traumas, these emotional blockages that you've kept in the body, in the womb for so long, how to release these things. That's important, extremely important to get rid of fibroids. And then day 5 will be the full part called how to get rid of fibroids, fibroid elimination, right? So that's important. It's called Eliminate Fibroids Before 2026. And if you're serious, it's going to be so good. If you're serious about getting rid of fibroids before 2026, I want you to be there, okay? The link it's on pre-sale right now. The link to join, and a couple of you guys are asking, can I join? Yes. The link to join is in my bio. It's called Eliminate Fibroids Before 2026, 5-day live course. It's on pre-sale until July 7th. July 7th, it will be regular price, okay? This is information that you can use 10 years from now, 15 years from now, okay? And I want you guys to look at, and also too, you can join by clicking the link in my bio, registering. If you're watching from YouTube, the link is in my description box. Eliminate Fibroids Before 2026. It is right now $777. And we have Carnet, we have Afterpay, okay? This is life-saving information that I'm gonna be teaching. I need you guys to know that, okay? So I want to talk about what actually, how much it costs to keep fibroids. How much are your fibroids really costing you? They say it costs, on average, on the high end, between $16,000 to $25,000 annually to have fibroids, right? Just saw a video you made about anemia and fibroids, and that's me, and I'm terrified. Don't be terrified. You do the work to get rid of the fibroids. Don't be terrified. $777. On pre-sale for that until it's $990. The regular price is $997. Okay, $770. So let's talk about how much it costs to keep fibroids. Okay, because some of you guys not thinking about that part. When you have estrogen dominance, I'm not trying to scare anybody, but when you're estrogen dominant, you're first of all, you're estrogen dominant if you have fibroids or cyst or any type of reproductive health issue. That's a precursor to more health issues. That could be also a precursor to things like breast cancer, uterine cancer. These are estrogen dominant cancers. I'm not trying to scare you, but I'm saying if you don't reverse it, this is what can happen. Then let's talk about the loss of energy when you have fibroids. Somebody mentioned anemia. Yeah, most women that have fibroids are anemic. And if they're not anemic, they're mineral deficient. If you have fibroids, you're minerally deficient, okay? You cannot operate at your full capacity when you have fibroids. You're operating at half your capacity with fibroids. Sometimes even lower than that, because you don't have the energy. You're dehydrated on a cellular level. You don't have the fortitude to really operate at your full capacity, right? So it limits you in several different ways. Somebody mentioned missed opportunities, canceled events when you have fibroids. When you're bleeding like that, you cancel it. I remember when I had fibroids, I canceled vacations. People made, they would there was girl trips that I could not go on because I'm like, the dates, this is gonna be my heavy days. I lost my job in February, so I can take the surgery route through insurance, minus 57 minutes. Jew, you may want to watch the rest of this live because surgery can, I just talked about this in my last live. The girl that went from 6 fibroids to 16, okay? After having UFE procedure. When you guys do these surgeries, the fibroids just come right back. They come right back, especially when they're large and multiple. So you might want to save yourself the pain and the anguish. And also it creates more of a toxic overload in your body. When you have fibroids, your body's not in a healthy state. So putting it through surgery, that's why after surgery, the fibroids grow back faster and more aggressive. And the symptoms are much worse. Okay? I've done UFE, terrible pain, no results. So why would you do a myomectomy? If these procedures don't get to the root cause of the problem, why would you do another one? Come on now. Come on. We got to do better. How many fibroid procedures are you going to do before you realize that you have to get to the root cause of the problem to get rid of the fibroids? Come on now. I want better for you, and I want better for all of you guys. We have to stop. We got to stop. So fibroids also cause you hormonal imbalances because when you have fibroids, your hormones are out of balance. So your hormones are chemical messengers. They affect you. They affect all your bodily functions, from even your brain activity to your menstrual cycles to your peace of mind. Even you're gonna be like, when you have hormonal imbalances, you're dealing with anxiety, you're irritable. A lot of women have mood swings, right? Or they're going through, all of these, they're dealing with horrible periods. They're having issues with fertility. So all of these things that fibroids cause, and then let's not even talk about perimenopause. If you're in your 20s, 30s, or even 40s, and you have fibroids and you have not gotten to the root cause of the problem, you can count on at least 15 to 20 years of suffering during perimenopause. And you guys know I always say perimenopause only happens to women that are unhealthy. It only happens to women that are, it's because of the endocrine system. There's so much is messed up. You're dealing with toxic overload. The hormones are out of balance, and they've been that way for years. And eventually your body says enough is enough, and it's just the hormones just start going crazy. That's hormonal, that's perimenopause for you. So you can count on that. Years of suffering with that and erratic behavior. Also, the emotional burnout that comes about with fibroids. All of this stuff is very expensive. Then let's talk about the risk of fertility issues for women that want to have children, right? We know that fibroids a lot of times can cause issues with conceiving, can cause you have a high risk pregnancy, can also causes so many issues in pregnancy, and also too, can cause reoccurring loss as well. So how expensive are these IVF procedures? Then let's talk about the high risk of divorces and breaking up relationships. Nobody talks about how fibroids puts a strain on the relationship. It does, because when we have fibroids, we're not even ourselves, right? You feel horrible all the time. I was there. I was damn near, I was technically engaged when I had fibroids, right? And it was awful, because you're not even yourself. You can't even have healthy relationships when you're dealing with fibroids. The hormonal imbalances, the mood swings, you feeling horrible all the time. You can't even enjoy a nice vacation with, your husband or whoever. Like you feel like crap all the time. And then fibroids have caused many divorces. Let's at the root, if you go to the root of why. And a lot of women don't even understand their own bodies and understand what fibroids is really doing to them. So how can a man even understand it? And you don't feel like being intimate. You're bleeding 10 days out of the month heavily. You feel gross. And then let's talk about surgeries. How much are these surgeries cost? More surgeries, more symptoms, more suffering. How much does that really cost? Somebody just said they had a UFE procedure and now they're having surgery. How much does that cost? So I want you to look at the price of all of that. Look at the price of look at the price of what it is to keep fibroids. It's a lot. And you don't realize it when you have the fibroids because you're so used to dealing with it and you've created a new normal around it. You've accepted this as your life. No. You deserve better. A lot of you guys are successful. You have great lives. You're married, right? You have children. They deserve the best out of you. They don't deserve you operating at half of your capacity. They don't deserve that. Okay? So I just want to make that a point. Is there an association between fibroids and womb health and toenail fungus? Absolutely. When you have fibroids, your body can break down in so many different ways. Absolutely. Your body works as a whole. So yes. Because again, we're dealing with toxins in the body, like an accumulation of waste in the body. That can show out in many different ways. Absolutely. So it's important that you get to the root cause of the problem. That was a good question, by the way. Okay. Anybody have any questions? Again, I'm teaching a 5-day live course on helping women eliminate fibroids before 2026. Okay. It is on July 14th through to July 18th. It is going to be 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to be teaching you how to get rid of your fibroids in that week. You'll get the lifetime access to the replays. This is for women that are serious, that want to do the work. It's not going to be just take a herb and that's it. No. We're not doing that because that hasn't worked and that's why you're here. Okay? We're going to go deep. We're going to go deep. I'm teaching you what I've taught many of my clients who I've worked with how to get rid of fibroids, right? You're learning that in 5 days. You're going to learn a lot in 5 days. Any questions, by the way? Any questions? Everybody's so quiet. I was talking about what it costs to get rid of fibroids. You guys understand? It costs a lot. What it costs, excuse me, to keep fibroids, it costs a lot. And I say this, even if, because somebody was complaining about, like, oh my God, your prices. I'm like, do you know how much it costs to keep fibroids? Do you know what I've done for women and how much I've changed women's lives? I mean, I'm not begging anybody to work with me, but I am saying if you are desire to work with me, let's go. Let's get you fibroid free, because I've changed many women's lives, including my own, and I want to change yours as well. What if I'm working during your class? So if you're working, you're gonna get if you register, you get the replays, so you'll have access to all the replays. And for those that join VIP, they will also get access to the Q&A section, where I'll be going more in depth and helping women personally on the Zoom. That'll be after each live around 7. Okay, so yeah, you get the replays. As a matter of fact, yeah. And if you join VIP, you'll get the replays for that as well. Okay. Any questions? Any questions? Any other questions? And for those that want to work with me on a deeper level, we have our Detoxify Your Womb program. If that's the highest, that's the best way to work with me. Besides the private 8-week one-on-one, but that's not always available, right? But that's the best. That's our high level program. Okay, that's 6 months long. 6 months long, right? Any questions? If you're watching from TikTok, be sure to join also as well. We have so many different live streams, so many amazing great topics based off fibroids. So if you want to learn more as well, join my YouTube channel. Click the link in my bio to join my YouTube channel. Subscribe, okay? So you'll know when I'm going live. Also subscribe to our email list so you'll know when I'm going live, okay? Any questions? I don't see any questions. I hope that you guys now understand how natural remedies are not going to get rid of fibroids. You have to do the work to get rid of fibroids. You got to get, like I said, to the root cause of the problem. You got to work on your hormonal health. You got to repair that endocrine system. You have to, work on those elimination organs as well. Because we have to get them healthy again so that they can do their job with dispelling waste, right? You got to do the work on releasing the emotional trauma from the body, right? As well as also too, you gotta heal your hormones. You gotta work on towards your hormonal health. All right. So if we don't have any questions, hopefully this was helpful. If you came in late, be sure to watch the replay. The link is in my bio. It's going to be on YouTube. Watch the replay. Thank you, whoever shared the live. Thank you so much. And also get in there. If you're ready to go, get into that. Register for our Eliminate Fibroids Before 2026. Let's secure you eliminating fibroids before 2026. Okay. I can't thank you enough for what you do. I haven't been able to do a program, but I'm committed to your courses and I see improvement. I'm truly grateful for you. Thank you. Thank you, Lady Contemplate. Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate that so much. Thank you. And I'm so happy that you're seeing such a huge difference in the courses and and seeing such a huge improvement. Okay. So that's pretty much it. You guys have a wonderful rest of your night and I'll talk to you soon. Bye, everybody. Bye, YouTube.